You have an energy about you, and I think part of you has always known it. When you walk into a room, something shifts. People notice. There's something about the way you think, the way you see things, the way you move through the world that is larger than the environment you've been placed in. And deep down, even on the days you doubt everything else about yourself, you have felt that. And you have felt like you were built for something bigger than what you've been settling for. But here's what happens when you carry that kind of energy. Not everyone around you is going to celebrate it. Some people close to you, people you love, people who call themselves your friends, are going to feel that energy, and their first instinct is going to want to manage it, contain it, put you in a box, to slowly, quietly pull you back down to a version of yourself that is more comfortable for them. The version that was always available, always agreeable, always the one who gave and never asked for much in return. And sometimes, and this is the part that makes it so hard to see, they don't even know they're doing it. It doesn't always come from malice. It comes from their own fear. Because when you grow, when you change, when you start taking up the space you are always supposed to take up, it holds up a mirror up to everyone around you who hasn't been doing the same. And that mirror is uncomfortable. So instead of looking at it, some people will try to get you to put it down. They'll try to dim your light through small comments, through doubt planted at exactly the right moment, through reminding you of who you used to be every time you start to become who you're supposed to be. And if you are not careful, if you haven't built the kind of foundation I'm going to talk about today, you will keep letting it work, and you will keep shrinking, not because you are weak, but because you were never taught that you had any other option. Well, that changes today. My name is Linda Foinding, and this is Brilliant Minds. I built this channel because I looked around and realized that nobody was having this specific conversation. The one for the woman who already knows she's capable of more, but keeps getting pulled back by the life she's trying to leave behind. The one who is ambitious and warm and smart and somehow still finds herself in situations that don't reflect any of that. I built this for her. I built this for you. This series, the Winning Woman series, is dedicated entirely to one thing: helping you get back to the version of yourself that is fully alive, fully intentional, and fully in her power. By the time we get to the last episode, you're going to look back at the woman who clicked on this episode and barely recognize her. Not because you'll have become someone different, but because you'll have finally become who you were always meant to be. Subscribe now, because every episode builds on the last, and you do not want to walk away without having listened to the full series. But first, we need to talk about the trap. The one that got most of us. The one that definitely got me. I want to tell you a story because I think the best way to understand what we're talking about here isn't through theory, but through a moment. And I have one that I've never really been able to shake. I was 21 or 22 years old, fresh out of college, and I was desperate to find a job. Not in the way that I would have admitted at the time, but I was genuinely desperate to prove something to myself, to my parents, to the people around me, to anyone who was watching. I had just finished college, I had done my internships, and I was switching careers. I was no longer going to do the career that I had set out to do at the beginning of college. And I wanted to show up with a real job, a real big girl job, and something that said, I've arrived. So when I got this offer, a sales company, professional environment, good energy in the interview, I said yes without asking nearly enough questions. I was excited. I was ready. I showed up. And work I did. We were at Best Buys and Walmart standing by little tables from 7 a.m. to like 7 in the evening, 6 days a week. I was learning how to sell on my feet. I was genuinely learning how to talk to people, how to read the room, how to close a deal. But honestly, those specific selling skills stayed with me till this day. But here's what nobody told me at the interview. The job was commission only, so every dollar you made was based on what you sold. So if you didn't make any sales that day, you wouldn't get paid. On top of the physical exhaustion, the company took 30% of everything you earned. When my first paycheck came, I just stared at it. I couldn't reconcile what I was holding with the hours I had put in, with the exhaustion I was carrying in my body. I was literally confused. I was angry. I was embarrassed, which is a wild thing to feel when someone has just taken money from you, right? Like, why would I feel embarrassed? But that's what being young and unguarded does for you. It makes you feel ashamed of being taken advantage of instead of angry at the person doing the taking. And here's the part I need to really sit with, because this is the part that changed everything now that I look back. I didn't say anything. I didn't go to the manager and ask for an explanation as to why 30% of my check was missing. I didn't ask the questions I should have asked before ever even signing anything. I didn't even let myself fully sit in how wrong this situation was. Instead, I put my head down and kept working. I drank every drop of the Kool-Aid that they were selling right alongside the products. I thought that if I worked harder, I would sell more and I would, make more money. You're building something here. Don't be difficult. Don't make it awkward. My inner critic got the best of me, and I stayed for an extra 3 months. In the process, I lost 20 pounds. I had calluses on the soles of my feet. I was exhausted. I was unhappy, and deep down I knew from that very first paycheck that something was fundamentally wrong. But I was so conditioned by my upbringing, by my culture, by every environment I had moved through to keep my head down, to not rock the boat, to be the good worker, to prove I could handle it. And I stayed in a situation that was genuinely destroying my health rather than open my mouth and say, this is not what I agreed to. Closed mouths don't get fed, and nice girls don't just finish last, they finish depleted. So that was my first lesson in how the world actually works. Not the world they teach you about in school, the real one. The one where nobody's coming to rescue you if you don't advocate for yourself. The one where staying quiet is not humility. It's permission for people to keep taking from you until there's nothing left to take. And I want to be very clear. I was not weak. I was not stupid. I was a 21-year-old woman who had been taught her whole life that being agreeable and nice was the same thing as being good. And I was paying the price for that lesson in real time, in my body, in my bank account, in the months of my life that I will never get back. But that teaching that nice equals being good is one of the most expensive things anyone will ever hand you as a woman. And the bill doesn't always come immediately. Sometimes it comes years after, when you look up and realize you spent your career being the hardworking, dependable, beloved team member who never gets promoted, or you've spent years in a relationship giving everything you have and wondering why it never feels equal, or you're the friend everyone calls when they need something, and somehow you've never once felt like you could call anyone back. The trap is the same everywhere. The details just change. I'm gonna give you the invisible architecture behind this power dynamic. The truth is, the conditioning was not an accident. The message that women, ambitious women, loud women, women who take up space and ask for what they want, are difficult, too much, aggressive, intimidating. That message exists because a woman who knows her worth is very hard to underpay, to control. A woman who speaks up is very hard to overlook. A woman who has standards is very hard to take advantage of. And there are entire systems, professional, social, relational, that run on the premise that you won't notice what's being taken from you, or that you'll notice and be too polite to say anything about it. So they teach you early, be nice, be accommodating, don't make people uncomfortable. And they teach you that a woman who doesn't follow these rules is someone to be warned about, someone difficult, someone who thinks too highly of herself. And it works, because nobody wants to be that woman. So you perform, you stay agreeable, you sit in the meeting with the best idea in the room, and you let someone else take the floor because you don't want to seem like you're dominating. And that person gets the credit. And the next time there's a promotion conversation, your name doesn't come up because nobody has ever seen you lead, because you were too busy being nice to lead. This is how they keep you as the good little worker and never as the leader. And I know someone watching and listening right now is feeling something. Maybe it's recognition. Maybe you're feeling resistance. Maybe you're thinking, okay, but I don't want to become someone cold, someone aggressive, someone who burns bridges and doesn't care about anyone. And I want to speak to that person directly right now, because it's one of the most important things I will say in this entire episode. This is not about that. What I am describing to you is not a choice between being a pushover and being a nightmare. That's a false choice. That's the same trap in a different outfit. Because the woman who went too far in the other direction, who shut everything down, who leads with her edges, and who is completely unreachable because she has been hurt too many times, that woman is not a winner either. She's just in pain and has learned to perform as a personality in order to mask that pain. Hardness is not power. Aggression is not confidence. And burning your life down is not freedom. And what I'm talking about is the distinction between being nice and being kind at a fundamental level. And most people have spent their entire lives treating these as the same thing. And it's what's costing them everything. Being nice is performing goodness for other people's comfort at the direct expense of your own life. It's basically being a people pleaser, while kindness is something you choose from a full place. Being nice is saying yes when your whole body is saying no. It's apologizing when you haven't done anything wrong. It's staying quiet in the meeting, staying in the job you've outgrown, staying in the friendship that has been one-sided for over 2 years because you do not want to be the one who makes things uncomfortable. Being nice is people-pleasing dressed up as virtue. Kindness is completely different. Kindness is real and it is warm. It comes from a full place. You can be one of the most generous, most caring person in any room and still have standards that don't move based on who's asking. You can love people deeply and still choose yourself first. In fact, and this is the part that really broke something open for me when I finally understood it. Choosing yourself is the kind thing to do. Because a woman who has given everything away, who's running on empty and performing gratitude for a life that's quietly draining her, has nothing real left to give anyone. She's not being generous. She's being depleted and calling it selflessness. The winning woman is kind. She is not nice. And she knows the difference in her bones in every room she walks into. Every time someone asks something of her that was never hers to give. I want you to stop for a second and think about where you are right now. Not where you're going, not where you plan to be, where you are today. Are you where you thought you'd be by now? Are you doing the work that genuinely means something to you? Or are you the hardworking, reliable, beloved one who somehow never makes it into the promotion conversation? Are the people in your life, your friends, your partner, the people who show up for you consistently, are they actually pouring back into you? Or have you been so accommodating for so long that people have gotten very comfortable taking from you and very unaccustomed to asking if you are okay? I'm asking because I need you to feel the weight of this. Not to punish you. That's not what this is. But because nothing changes until something lands. And this needs to land. Being passive does not just cost you opportunity. It costs you time. And unlike money, unlike relationships, unlike careers, time is the one thing you cannot recover from. You can rebuild your finances. You can change jobs. You can leave a situation that wasn't right for you and start completely over. But you cannot get back the years. You cannot get back the version of yourself that existed before years of shrinking finally started to feel normal. I need you to picture something for me. And I know this is uncomfortable, but stay with me for a second. Picture yourself at 50, 60, or even 70 years old. And in that picture, your life looks more or less like it does today. The same patterns, the same dynamics, the same quiet disappointment you kept pushing down to the background. You're looking back at this moment right now, today, at the moment you were watching this video, and you're asking yourself why you didn't do something when you still had so much time to change. Now picture the other version, the one where you made a decision. Not a perfect decision, not an overnight transformation, but a real, deliberate, irreversible decision that your life was worth fighting for. Picture what the next 10 years look like when you are no longer spending your energy managing everyone else's comfort, and you're finally directing it towards building something that's actually yours. That version is not fantasy. It's a choice. And here is the thing that nobody who's comfortable with your current behavior wants you to know. You already know what needs to change. You've known for a while. You can feel it in the situations that you keep tolerating, in the conversations you keep not having, in the opportunities you keep watching pass while you wait for the right moment. The right moment is not coming to find you. You have to go claim it. This is not motivational language. This is just the truth. And the reason I can say it to you plainly is because I have lived the alternative. 20 pounds underweight, calluses on my feet and in my soul, and months of my life. That's what it cost me at 21 years old. To be honest, I got out relatively quickly because some people can pay the price for decades. But you will not be one of them, not after today. So what does winning actually look like? Because I know a lot of you here stop being nice and you're probably picturing someone cold instead, someone who doesn't care about anyone, someone who has traded warmth for armor and calls it growth. That's not winning. That is just a different kind of losing. Winning is specific to you. It starts with a question that most people spend their whole lives avoiding because the answer requires them to actually do something. What do you want? Not what looks responsible, not what makes sense on paper, not what your parents hoped for or what your environment told you was realistic. What do you actually want? And what does your life look like when you close your eyes and let yourself picture it honestly without immediately talking yourself out of it? Because until you can answer that simple question clearly, specifically, without apology, you're going to keep living reactively. Things will happen to you and you will respond to them. Opportunities will pass and you will watch them. People will make decisions about your life and you will let them because you haven't decided firmly enough for yourself in order to push back. The woman who is winning is not passive. She is active daily in conversation with her own life. She knows her values. She knows her standards. She knows what she will and will not accept in a job, in a relationship, in a friendship. And those things don't change based on who is asking or how much she likes the person that's asking. She has made peace with the fact that not everyone will be comfortable with who she is becoming. And she has decided firmly and without drama that her life matters more than their comfort. She's not performing strength. She's not performing niceness. She is living, designing intentionally on her own terms. And this is what we build in the Renaissance season. 5 areas of your life completely redesigned. Number 1, your mind and your inner world. This is where everything starts. You have patterns, old beliefs, inherited stories, trained fears that are running your life right now without your permission. The winning woman has done the work to examine those patterns. She knows the difference between a real limit and a conditioned one. She doesn't let her fear make her decisions, and she doesn't let other people's opinions live rent-free in her head. Number 2, career and finance. She is not just showing up and working hard and hoping someone notices. She understands how rooms work, how power moves, and how decisions get made and by whom. She knows how to be visible in the right ways and how to negotiate without apologizing. How to build income that is not entirely dependent on one person deciding she deserves it or not. This pillar is where we dismantle the myth that talent is enough. Number 3, body and energy. Your energy is your most valuable resource, not your time, your energy. And your physical state is your professional state. The winning woman protects it. She's not running on coffee and performance. She understands that a depleted woman cannot operate at the level she's capable of, and she treats her body accordingly. Number 4, relationships and standards. She is strategic about who gets close. She vets, she observes before she invests. She does not give full access before trust is earned, and she is not afraid to release what no longer belongs in her life, even when it is painful, even when the person meant something to her. She understands that the people around you are not neutral. They're either lifting your ceiling or lowering it. And number 5, your environment and lifestyle design. She designs where she lives, what she surrounds herself with, where she goes, what she consumes. She understands that environment is not decoration, it's instruction. Your surroundings are always teaching you something about what you deserve, what's normal, what's possible. She curates her environment deliberately. These 5 areas are what we are building across this series. Every episode goes deeper into one dimension of the life you're designing, and none of it requires you to become someone you don't want to be. It requires you to become more fully who you already are. Now, here's the part nobody prepares you for, and it's something you must understand before you even start making any changes. When you start winning, when you start taking up space, setting boundaries, choosing yourself, building with intention, people are going to have problems with it. Not strangers on the internet, people close to you, people you have loved for years. Because when you change, you threaten the version of you that was serving them, the version that was always available, always the one who gave without measuring, always the one who could be counted on to fold when pushed. That version of you was very comfortable for a lot of people in your life. And when she starts to disappear, some of those people are not going to handle it gracefully. They are going to tell you that you have changed, like it's an accusation, like it's a bad word. They're going to question your decisions, your standards, your new way of moving through the world. They're going to remind you of who you used to be subtly, and sometimes not so subtly, because the old version of you required less of them. They're going to plant seeds of doubt in the moments when you are most uncertain. Some of them, the ones who needed you the most, are going to try to pull you back into the old dynamic with everything they have. I'm telling you this not to make you afraid of growing. I'm telling you this because this is when it happens. That's when you know it. That's when you know that your work, your hard work, is finally paying off. And when it happens, and it will happen, I don't want you to be blindsided. I don't want you to be sitting there wondering what you did wrong and second guessing yourself, thinking maybe they have a point, or maybe you're too much, or maybe you should just go back to being easier. You did not do anything wrong. You grew, and growth is threatening to people who decided a long time ago that they were done growing. So here's what I need you to build. And this is really the core of everything. You need to become so rooted in your own vision, so clear in your own values, so genuinely obsessed with the life you are building that other people's discomfort with your evolution simply does not have the power to redirect you. Not because you don't care about people, because you care about yourself enough to not let their feelings become yours. And this is not arrogance, and it's not selfishness either. This is what it takes. Because here's the truth nobody puts in those inspirational posts and motivational videos. It's going to feel easier sometimes to go back to that old version of you, because conflict is uncomfortable and disappointing people you love feels terrible, especially when you have spent your whole life trying to not do exactly that. So there will be moments when shrinking feels like the kindest thing you can do for everyone involved. And in those moments, you have to ask yourself one question: kindness to whom? Because it's not kind to yourself, and you cannot keep paying for other people's comfort with your own life. Courage is not a feeling. It's a decision you make before the feeling arrives. And you have to build that character, the inner foundation that is so solid, so genuinely yours, that when someone tries to shake it with a comment, with guilt, with the withdrawal of their approval, it doesn't move you the way it used to. That foundation, it's what this series is about. We build it layer by layer, episode by episode, until the version of you who needed everyone's validation just to feel like you had permission to exist is someone you remember fondly from a distance. And yes, some people will not come with you. Some relationships will not survive the version of you that has stopped being convenient. And that is painful. I'm not going to minimize that. But I want you to consider the alternative. The relationships that only work when you're small. The friendships that only function when you're always the reliable one. The environments that only feel comfortable when you are not fully yourself. What exactly are you protecting by staying small enough to fit inside them? My spirit is moving me to tell you this before we close out. There's a version of you that's extraordinary, not the version that has been managing herself for everyone else's benefit. The real one, the unfiltered one, the one who walks into a room and something in the energy shifts before she says a single word. The one who knows exactly what she wants and is simply not available to be talked out of it. The one who's so clearly herself and she makes other people want to figure out who they are. You have felt her, maybe in flashes, maybe in a single moment where everything aligned and you thought, this is it. This is who I actually am. And then life did what life does, and you got pulled back into the routine, the obligations, the versions of yourself that fits more easily into spaces you've been given. She's not gone. She has just been buried under years of performing, people-pleasing, proving, and shrinking. Under the weight of all the times you chose someone else's comfort over your own truth. Under every moment you talked yourself out of the thing you actually wanted because it felt like too much to ask for. She's underneath all of that, and she's been waiting, not impatiently, patiently, like a woman who knows it's only a matter of time. The winning woman is not found, she is decided, once and then again, every single day. When you finally step into that version of yourself, when you walk into your throne room and you look around and realize this is where you were always supposed to be, you do not go back. You do not shrink yourself for people who were never equipped to handle your full size. You do not apologize for your crown. You do not explain your standards to people who only knew you before you didn't have any. So stay, build, become. This transformation is not going to happen in a single moment. It doesn't. It happens in small decisions. The meeting where you speak first instead of waiting. The negotiation where you name your number and do not apologize for it. The friendship where you finally say what you need instead of pretending you don't need anything. The morning where you wake up and your first thought is about your vision instead of everyone else's opinion of you. Those moments compounded day after day, that is the Renaissance season, your Renaissance season. That is what we are building here. Not a highlight reel, but the real version. The one that includes the hard conversations and the uncertain moments and the days when you wonder if you're doing this right. We're going to talk about all of it. And just remember, you cannot pour from an empty cup. And for too long, you've been pouring everything out and wondering why you feel hollow. It's time to fill yourself back up. To stop performing a version of yourself designed for other people's consumption and start actually living. To rediscover what you want, what you value, what you will not accept any longer, and what you're finally ready to build. That is your Renaissance season. And it starts right now in this video with this decision. And I want you to take one thing from today, just one. The next time you're in a situation where your instinct is to go quiet, to make yourself smaller, to let something slide that shouldn't, I want you to pause and I want you to ask yourself, is this nice or is this kind? Am I choosing peace or am I choosing comfort? Am I protecting this relationship or am I just protecting the version of me that everyone here is comfortable with? Those questions alone will start to change everything for you. Subscribe so you do not miss episode 2 because we're going straight into the thing nobody in personal development wants to touch. Why the most talented woman in the room is almost always the most underpaid one, and exactly what you can do about it. Share this video with somebody who needs to hear this, and I'll see you next time, brilliant mind.